Well, what a year 2020 turned out to be. Not the year that we expected here at Gwynegriff, but nonetheless it was a year and it's come and gone just like every other year. And in this video I just want to talk about some of the highs and lows of the year, just recap the year, how it's affected us and things we've done to make sure that we've come through it okay. So the biggest event or thing that affected us here at the honey farm was COVID. Lockdown came in early spring, and just overnight we lost all the shops, and we lost pretty much 90% of our honey market overnight. And we thought, what's going to happen? How are we going to survive? How are we going to sell honey? How are we going to provide an income for ourselves? And really worrying and stressful times. Now I still work part-time, a few days a week, and Arad is full-time in the honey business. She deals with the admin, social media, and actually just running the business. Everybody thinks it's Griff Rhys that runs Gwynegriff, but it's actually Angharad Rhys. And so we were looking at over half my income going, Angharad's full income going, and we needed a plan and we needed to pivot and diversify. And luckily we decided to go down the compost route. Started supplying Welsh compost made in our home county here, made that available right throughout the UK using our shipping network and distribution networks that we've got. And that's gone really well. I think we've sold almost 4,000 bags this year, which is a lot of compost considering we've never sold compost before. But that gave us initial income and cash flow right at the start to continue trading, and just giving us a lifeline really. And that put us in a position. We bought some time, we did the website a little bit better, put a lot more stuff on the website, and slowly back a lot of online sales started trickling through, and that provided the lost income then that we'd lost through the shops. Because this year we had planned to go to food festivals right across the UK, down to London a few times, do some food festivals. We were going to do the Spring Fair, the Royal Welsh Winter Fair. We were going to do some kind of food festival or fair. I think one, we paid all deposits. I think we were going to do one every month for a year. All of that got cancelled, and I tell you just how scared we were at the start of the year. I mean, and stressful. I mean, I've given up my full-time employment, and Harad has. We really rely on this business, and I just can't emphasise how scared I was. And Harad, just the stress, and there's just nothing that we could do but just to put your head down and just go for it. And luckily it did pay off. And luckily then we were in a position that the NHS were overworked, understaffed, and we got together with Cowine then, and we sent some free honey out to NHS staff. That was a really good feeling. We've sent a lot of free honey out this year to other good charities, organisations that needed food. Command and Round Table we sent some honey to. It's just really nice to give back, especially through this pandemic. I mean, it hasn't just affected us here, it's affected everybody, and you've got to feel for the NHS staff. There was no lockdown for them. They just had to plough through, and they've had unbelievable working conditions. I'm sure none of them want to see this type of scale of pandemic again, and I really feel for them. I thought we've had it hard here. We haven't had it hard. It's the guys down at the hospitals where they're saying it's just been like a war zone, and they're the guys that's had it hard. And another thing we did this year, we decided to invest more in the bee garden at the farm, because again we were planning to do a lot of beekeeping training days here, meet the bees training days here, and again all that was cancelled, all that income was lost. But we did invest a bit and made the garden a lot more bee friendly, and that's going to be ready to go for next year. People can see what they can do at home. Doesn't matter what size garden you've got, whether it's just a windowsill, a balcony or a small garden. We've got some ideas here at the farm here of our bee-friendly gardening. Very, very cheap to do, and something that the people coming here for training are going to be able to see, learn, and then do the same back on their home. And another thing we did this year, we did increase the hive numbers to over 100 hives across all sites we've got here. We've got a lot of new sites, one in the Brecon Beacons, which I'm very pleased with. The farmer there very, very kindly fenced an area off. It's a beautiful site. If you go on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., Instagram, whatever you're on apart from YouTube, take a look at that site. I mean, it's a beautiful site. Got high hopes of that next year. We've got a couple more farms to see now over the spring, set up some sites as well, and we're going to be planning to go to about 150 hives next year. I think that's what I'm aiming for, about 150 hives plus the nukes, and see how the numbers go that way. We're fortunate now, we're in a position where the business has grown to a scale that even with 150 hives, even with 200 plus hives, I don't think I'll be able to produce the honey that we sell now. So we're lucky we've been a member of the bee farmers a while. We've got a lot of connections. We know a lot of bee farmers in Wales, and they are now supplying us with Welsh honey as well. And if you would ask me at the start of the year, would we have been in a position to be buying bulk Welsh honey and supporting other bee farmers throughout this pandemic by buying their produce and bringing it to market, I would have said no way that's going to happen this year. I mean, that was always one of our long-time goals here at Gwyn and Griffith, build the honey company to a scale where we can support other bee farmers, provide an income for them as well as ourselves, and I just didn't think that was going to be this year, but it turned out to be, it was, and it just shows from bad there can come good, and I think we've seen that this year right across every sector, where people are facing devastating times and people have turned it into a positive. And we're not just selling honey now in Wales. This year we've sent honey to India, Europe, Japan, China, Canada, America. I mean, people from all over the world have been buying our honey, and we're very, very thankful for that. We've got stock lists now, several stock lists in Cardiff, we've got stock lists in London, and even in Dublin. We've been sending a lot of candles out to a shop in Dublin. Very, very thankful for all the companies and the customers that's been buying honey with us this year. I mean, we never thought we'd have grown this much this year when we compared to the business at the start of spring, but yeah. Lot of positives to take from it, and I'm just down here by the hives. I was going to take a quick photo of the hives now with the wintry backdrop, and it just got me thinking and just reflecting on the year. And sometimes you just can't beat you going out in nature in the Welsh countryside here, and your mind just starts to wander and you're thinking, and it's important just to take 5-10 minutes out and just reflect. And I mean, this time of year now, we're almost in the new year. Hopefully I can get this video out before 2021, and it's just the perfect time to reflect. And another thing that grew this year, I didn't think it was going to, because a lot of Adopt a Hive clients cancelled when this lockdown came, and I don't blame them. But adopted hives that you can see back there, a lot of companies contacted us wanting to adopt a hive, and again, just I just couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. People still wanted to adopt a hive when the economy was going bad, but people really cared about bees, they cared about honey businesses, they cared about honey farms, and obviously as beekeepers and bee farmers, it's really good. It's really great to see people wanting to support you and wanting to get involved with Gwyn and Griffith and the honey company, and it's just so humbling, and extremely grateful for all of that. And then the last thing that we did in 2020, which again I didn't think was going to happen this year, but it did. But we're not only selling honey, but now we're selling beehives, frames, foundations, smokers, etc. We've very lucky and very thankful for Thorns Beekeeping. Of Thorns, they're the biggest and best UK manufacturer of beehives and beekeeping equipment. Very, very proud to be stocking their hives and equipment here at Gwyn and Griffith. Most of their stuff, especially all their hives, smokers, foundation frames, is made in the UK. It's one thing we've seen throughout this pandemic is keeping the supply chain short. Obviously some stuff you've got to get abroad, but if there are hives made in the UK and foundation made in the UK and bee equipment made in the UK, then I feel a responsibility and a duty to buy those kit. I expect people in the UK to buy British food, whether it's my honey or other people's honey in the UK. Very, very important that they do that. It's the same with farming. We've got sheep, cows, etc. here, and we always buy British when we're buying food, whether it's milk, beef, vegetables when we can. We grow a lot of our own as well. And I just think if, as a farmer, I expect people to buy British food, British produce, then I would be very hypocritical to not support British manufacturing in this country as well. And I'm a big believer of doing as much stuff as we can at home in the UK. And I mean, Thorns is a beacon for that. They're a real credit to what they've built over the years. A very, very old company, very successful company. And we're just thrilled to be stocking their products. And we're just making that available now in West Wales. So we're going to be supplying South and West Wales with Thorns equipment. We've been selling bee feed for a while. We're selling a lot more bee feed this year. And we're just supporting beekeeping now as a whole as well. Gwyn and Griff now has grown not only to be a honey company, but it's now a beekeeping company as well. Honey will always be the main goal for us. That is how we pay the bills here. Very, very keen to continue to grow that and sell a lot more honey. Hopefully be in a position to support a lot more Welsh bee farmers than we're supporting right now. Look at this, it's snowing. I mean, magic. You just can't beat being in Wales. I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can see the snow there, but it's snowing. But yeah, 2020 started off like a nightmare of a year, and it's ended up okay. That's the take home of this video. Don't let anything knock you down, keep you down. Even in the darkest of times, there is a light there. You just got to look in the right direction. Yeah, that's the end of the video. That's my thoughts and reflections of 2020. I mean, what a year. And I think it's safe to say, from all the stuff we've achieved this year, I would have rather not have the COVID. I think we'd have been able to achieve a lot more if we didn't have the COVID and the lockdowns and the restrictions, etc. And yeah, no doubt it's cost us a lot of money as a business, but we're still here. We've survived it. That's the main thing. Very thankful that we have, and we've built up a lot more clients, contacts and friends. And even through this YouTube channel that I've got, really appreciate all you guys watching, all the comments, the kindness and the support you've showed. And I recognise your names from the comments when you buy in the feed, etc. through the website and the honey. I do recognise you, recognise the names. And because there's no robots packing here at Gwyn and Griff, it is me and the wife. And we're just very, very thankful that you've supported us through this. And if it weren't for all the customers that we've built up this year and the customers that's been supporting us right from the start, I mean, this dream would have ended. This honey company, it started from nothing. I didn't inherit a single beehive from my parents. They're not bee farmers, they're both teachers. I started off with 2 hives. that I got given 10 years ago, and it's taken 10 years to build it up to what it is now. And yeah, hard to believe what hard work and time does achieve. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and I haven't blabbed on too much. And don't forget, if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, whether it's beekeeping, farming or countryside living, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.